Okay, right, now then, Holly and Berry number 23B, lovely brand new ruler. You can do this lovely selection, 3 leaves and your selection of 3 berries. Be nice to be able to do those berries in a different colour, so if you could do them in red. Okay, so we'll get a nice clean sheet and we'll do our Holly and Berry. So I'm starting on the left hand side of the ruler and stitch your first channel. Stitch it down. Emphasise those points because that's what a holly berry is all about. Holly leaf is all about. Lovely, concise, sharp points. Slide it down, bring it down and round, and put the scroll line on top of what you've just sewn. And stitch the second part of your first leaf all the way down to the centre. Slide and turn the ruler, and you see those scroll lines there. Turn those scroll lines all the way around until they're sitting on top of the last line of sewing. Can you see that? And stitch your second leaf into the points. Slide and bring it round. Put your scroll lines on top of what you've just sewn. The last line you've just sewn, that's where you're setting it. I think it's worth me pointing out that when you're setting, you're setting for the leaf that you've just about to sew, not the last sewn leaf. I'll explain that in the next turn. So put your scroll lines on and stitch. Slide and bring it down. Now then, when I put the scroll lines on top of what I've just sewn, I'm just going to turn this to show you, to make a point here. You're putting the lines onto what you've just sewn. You're not trying to match those lines up on the last leaf. Okay? Because if you try to do that, it's not going to work. It's those last sewn lines that you need to stitch. And stitch around. So that's worth pointing out, I think, because some people might be trying to line every line up to match, and it's only the last sewn line that you match up. So we've got our 3 leaves, and we've got that lovely open curve there for our berries to sit into. Now we take our berry, and you don't put the edge of the channel onto the sewn line, you put it proud. Can you see that? And what that gives us is a narrow piece away from the leaf, but enough to give us enough room to put the other 2 berries within that curve. Turn. See that line there? Put that onto what you've just sewn. And stitch. Complete your first berry. Bring the ruler round. Sorry, the other way. Keep doing that. Bring the ruler around on the inside and stitch the first part of your second berry. Turn. Bring the ruler around and put that line onto what you've just sewn. Right there. And tuck this berry behind the one that you've sewn before, the previous one. You're stitching to the line so that you're tucking these berries behind your first berry. Stitch, turn, put your scroll line on and stitch your third berry. And that gives you 3 leaves and 3 holly berries. And they're just lovely. And when you get a collection of them, they're absolutely beautiful. Just perfect berries. Perfect set. Make a nice table one of that, wouldn't it? Number 23. Holly and the Berry. Enjoy.